Hello again, folks. Terry Lair here from Shine-On-Softwash. Just want to share this other property I got to clean here a while back and show the good and the bad, and mostly good with this one. But as you can see, it's got a lot of vegetation too. But it really wasn't that bad. Only used a light mix, like 1%, I think. Much like I used on a previous house I showed, and except for the roof where I used a 4.5% or something like that. But this wasn't bad at all. Just a lot of vegetation, and of course I took care of his property, made sure his outlets was covered here, as you see. And you can see again that it just wasn't bad at all. This is before I washed, and here again you can see I did property protection and covering the outlets and different things, and a lot of vegetation still. But again, not bad. Not bad. And here again, a lot more vegetation. Of course, all this I had to move, and I took pictures and made sure it was put back in the same order that I moved it from, to make the customers happy there. And here, see, the gutters was kind of dirty here. The wash really helped them out some, but I wish I'd had some gutter brightener with me that day. I could have sure used it that day. You see both sides here, but the actual cleaning did a wonderful job on them too. And right here is probably the worst. Probably can't see it very good, but right in here it started and got worse as it went up the peak there. But it all it took care of too. Of course, that was the north side, the worst side. And this had some green along the bottom here too, but it wasn't bad, like I say, and didn't take much to clean it up at all. And again, the back side, it wasn't bad at all. The gutters or the vinyl, either one, it was just a light mix. I kept applying on it. See the two decks that he wanted done also, and not just cleaned, he wanted them pressure washed. It had a bad stain on one of them. I got most of it up. I couldn't get much more to eat the wood away, but got a lot of it cleaned up, that's for sure. As you see it, the stain right here was pretty bad. And the other one wasn't too bad. Still got them cleaned up, and could have had some extra work staining them too, but I didn't know what all that entailed like I do now. But still don't know if I want to take on that every time. That's a job. And you can see I wetted the decks down before I ever applied my mix on there. And again, it was a light mix, and I made sure the lumber was good and wet, the wood was good and wet, so it didn't soak up much of the sodium hypochlorite. Again, shows it soaked down good. This was the right side of the house. This was a duplex, is what it was. And again, this side wasn't bad at all. But you can see, too, that window is open just a little bit. Had to be careful around that. They weren't home at the time, and all the windows were supposed to be shut at the time, but it was okay because we seen it. But you gotta sure keep an eye out for that. Again, this is after it's done. You notice the windows are open here, and I have to forgive my big finger in the way there. And Of course, this was the left side again after it was washed and all clean. Everything looks good. There's the right side of the house and the back side of the house after it was all clean. And of course, the deck turned out really nice too. And here, again, was the worst spot, and right there going up to the peak there. And again, it turned out really well. Really pleased with it. The owner, more importantly, was happy. As you can see, we didn't kill no plants. And let's see, also here you see all the mater plants. Had to cover them up. I was lucky. I had some mater stands. Actually, I come and brung them and laid the tarp over them and took care of them. And only tried to kind of get done as fast as I could, one at a time. That way I didn't have to cover them very long because it was really hot. But took care of his plants there too, and as well as all these plants. And you can see the gutter. It turned out a lot better here too. Everything's looking good, and everything's moved back where it should have been. And again, it turned out really nice. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you, and y'all have a good one. Oh yeah, if you don't care, like, subscribe, and smash that button, as they say. It really does help out a lot, and share with others. Thank you.